Stage homes don't only look better, they sell faster and for more money. Today, I'm breaking down why it is the smart thing for you to talk to your sellers about staging and how to confidently talk to them about it. Subscribe, tap the bell, and comment below. Do you stage your homes today? Yes or no? I would love to hear your comments and see what you're doing with your business right now. So let's start with some statistics. So according to NAR, 81% of buyers have said that Stage Home helped them make an offer on that property. 81% of buyers have said that Staged Home helped them imagine living in that house. Stage Home sells 3 to 30 times faster when they are on the market. And then as well, you can see homes having 5 to 10% more for their price point. And staging can increase up to 5 to 15% of the sales price. Staging, it's simply this. It's connecting buyers to imagining themselves living that property to create and help their imagination if that is the right home for them. And let's be honest, buyers a lot of the times are buying a house more on the emotional side than on the logical side. So if the home is staged, it will help them make that decision a lot faster. Empty homes just feel cold and gloomy in just the lack of imagination that the buyers cannot just see all of a sudden all the furniture and all the options that they would have in that house. But this is what staging does. It creates an ambiance. It creates a moment in time for that buyer to know if they like the space. Can they envision themselves and their family in that house? So staging, it's always super important. And as a listing agent, you are creating a story, and staging helps you just do that. From the moment that that buyer walks into the house, they are creating a story with what they see. So it is your job to talk with your seller and then also for you to market your property that way. I know some homes can be in an amazing neighborhood and you think it doesn't even matter if it's staged or not, this house is going to sell. But I will guarantee that you're probably going to sell that house for more money if it is staged because again, the buyer is going to have that emotional attachment to the house in how they see the house staged. And again, it's data, it's facts. So here is an important thing, right? How to talk to your sellers. A lot of sellers see staging as a cost, right? They just it's an expensive and that's all they're thinking about it because usually when they're putting their house in the market, they have the most expensive things to be considering, in what are the money that they're going to get from after all the proceeds, when they factor out all their expenses. And it is your job to talk to your seller about the importance of staging and presenting the property. As well, it is important to talk to them. It is an investment, 100%. In a lot of different markets today, staging, it is a very expensive, expensive homes, more expensive staging. So it is important to have that conversation about the investment that it is about staging their property. And even simple things, if your seller is having difficulty just, with the concepts of staging, it is your job to show some pictures of listings like, staged and not staged. And even asking your seller, would you want to buy this property or this property? Again, in the end of the day, you're showing facts and talking to them the importance of it. Big question in here that I get all the times from agents. Who should be paying for the staging? In the luxury side, I would say if you are a full service listing agent, you might be already counting that cost on your, how you're going to be getting your commission from the seller. So sometimes you might say, hey, I charge X, I don't know, 4% or maybe 3%. I don't know, within your market, but what are all the things that you're going to include in your package? And if that is going to include staging as well. Other times you can tell, again, if the seller thinks, wow, that's a lot of percentage. Maybe you have what's your base, percentage that you do. And then you say, hey, Mr. Seller, this is what I charge for the marketing, presenting the house, doing all the other things, and then staging, and I have some companies that I work with that we can get a quote, and then that's going to be from you. And then that's a lot of different conversations that can go from there, right? Maybe the seller do have the money to pay that staging company up front. Maybe they don't, but maybe you do, and you know the importance of it. So you always have, like, some savings for that, where you can pay upfront, where the seller will compensate you at closing. So this will be all different type of conversations that you can have with the seller. You can have different menus per se, right? Full service, this is how the percentage and all the things that I do, including staging, or this is my flat fee for all the things that I do, but the seller pays for closing. And then maybe within that, you have, seller paying up front, or you paying up front, but with the clause that, you get due reimbursed at closing. So these are some of the things that you can be talking with them. And then if, let's say, okay, maybe your listings are more a mid-range price point. Um, if your seller are going to be leaving the house, right? Sometimes that happen. I think then is going to be a conversation, and a very honest, again, trying to remove the emotions, like we're trying to make the best out of the selling of that house. Should we keep their furniture? Should we just do a partial staging where maybe the main furniture, such as like the beds and dining table and couches, is stay in the house, but it still get partially staged, where the staging team comes and, do the decorating things, right? Remove all the personal belongings from that seller. And then they do all the bedding, they do the decorations on the table in the kitchen, and just make it be very depersonalized from that seller, and making something, more open to the opportunities of the different type of buyers they'll be coming through those doors, for them to feel more, could this be my home? Again, all the terms and how you want to, negotiate and talk with your seller, it's going to depend in what you like to provide. Not at every time, you have the funds. And even if you are a full service, and you cover for the staging, it's something that you can always talk with the seller as well, that they pay up front, and then now the other side is it gets deducted on closing, so that it was coming from your full service commission that you asked them, but you're just asking them to take care of it, ahead of time, if you don't have the funds. So it's just different types of ways that you can talk with the seller, and how to kind of overcome that price. But I always recommend you staging your properties. And here is the powerful thing: combining your staging with your marketing. This is like critical. You are in the business of marketing. Let's be honest. And how you present your listings is going to get you more listings. So having professional photographers videoing the property, a stage property, these are content that you're going to have for your future presentations, for your future sellers, for you to showcase, all your win stories. So just think about, it's not always sometimes about just that client, but it's thinking of, the future clients that is going to come, and how do you want to be known in presenting your listings. And again, presentation creates leverage, and leverage helps you at the negotiation table. Here, very, very important. Staging is a strategy and not just a decoration. And that's something that you need to believe in, that if it's something that you do want to have stage homes, so that you can pass that same confidence when you're speaking with your sellers. And just reminding them, there's some statistics that homes that are staged sell faster, sell for more, and there's no emotional impact on the seller, but a lot of emotional impact on the buyer. So I would love to share. So I would love to hear your thoughts on the comments below. Do you think staging should be just a standard thing for every single listing? What do you think? definitely put your comments on below here. And again, if you're like, a new agent, or maybe you're just being heavily on the buyer side and now you're transitioning, getting more listings, and you just want to talk with someone, understand some strategies, I would love to connect with you. Make sure you guys are just booking a call with me at topagentwolfpack.com. And I would love to just see how we can win-win in this market. And I would love for you to be winning big. Let's get everything ready and prepare. 2026, it's around the corner.